What's going on, y'all? It's Rob with CinemaBullyZ. I'm going to recap on video that I said I was going to revise and redo due to my air conditioning in my van being a little too loud. And I already dropped the one video. This video is going to talk about how titles in this game do not mean anything other than a title when it comes to producing better dogs or, nice puppies or whatever the case might be. The reason why you think a title means something. In this show world, you got a lot of politics. You have a lot of odd calls. You have people judging the dogs not to the standard but to what they like, which isn't really how you judge, because it's supposed to be judging towards a standard, not what you like. So these titles don't mean shit, and just because a dog has a title doesn't mean it's going to produce nice dogs. There's plenty of dogs that have grand champion titles that can't produce anything better than themselves or close to themselves. I'm not going to say names of these dogs, but they know who they are. The owners know who they are. There's some top dogs that can't produce. They can't throw their look. They can't throw their mass, their size, their structure. They just throw all over the place. And that's why people think that they're breeding to a champion or grand champion dog, or a dual grand champion or dual champion, that they're going to have these fire puppies, or they're going to change the game. But it's not how this works. There are plenty of dogs that don't have a title that produce great looking dogs and produce themselves or better. For example, I mentioned one dog in my other video, Derby City's The Situation. That dog was never a champion, never a grand champion. I was told the guy couldn't make it to shows because of where he lived. They're all too far from him, so he just never showed the dog. But that's what I heard. I don't know for a fact. But I'll tell you right now, I love Stitch. I had a dog off of him. He didn't live too long, but he was a impressive dog for what he was. And he's just an example of a dog that produced himself and better, that had no title, but could produce dogs that, got titles and also could produce themselves. For example, you got, Grand Champion Chomper. Chomper can throw some nice dogs. So that's just an example of one of his sons. He has plenty more. But, and I really like Chomper. Chomper's a very cool looking dog, for how small he is also. But, like I said, when you guys are breeding, these dogs, don't let the titles make your final decision. Go check the dogs out. Feel them, watch them move, watch them, stack without being force stacked to make themselves look good. Go to shows. Go to these people's houses if they allow you to. Some people don't, want you at their house. But usually if I dealt with a person like that, if you don't want me coming to your house, I assume you got something to hide. Either you're a backyard type breeder, or your dogs are photoshopped, or something ain't adding up for you not to want me to come to your house, especially if I'm trying to do business and I'm a legitimate business person. I can understand there's a lot of skeptical people out there too that wouldn't want to come into my house either, but somebody that has a good reputation and that is someone that actually has a life outside of these dogs, that has a career and has a family, most likely they're not going to do nothing stupid. But I get it. Not all people should be invited to your house. I mean, I don't invite everybody to my house. But if somebody wants to do business with me, I talk to them for a little while. Eventually invite them over. Come check out the dog, see what you like. And we go from there. And that's the only way that you're going to see what these dogs actually look like without having pictures done with, $4,000 cameras that make your dog look spectacular. Like, it looks like you see that dog in the picture and then you see the dog in real life, you're like, that's not the same dog. But it is. And also on top of all the Photoshop that people do, which is corny. But, I mean, any way to make a buck, I guess. So, like I said, titles don't mean shit. Do your research. Do your breeding correctly. Line breeding and inbreeding is crucial to securing the look that you like. And then, when it's time, you do the outcross and then you get your final product. I'm a firm believer, like I've said in my other videos and multiple videos that I've made, you stick to that, you will have your desired look that you want carry over to your pups no matter what you breed it to. So, hope this helped you guys out. Hope you guys understand I'm not trying to dog, grand champions or champions. They earned it, obviously, most of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them. And some of them just can't produce their look. I mean, it just is what it is. They're just not a producer. So, and they're definitely not proven. They're just nice dogs that, look very nice, and once in a while they'll throw something similar to them, but it still won't outdo them. So, like I said, very few in this game. The people that have the few did it right. And the people that didn't do it right, that got lucky, congrats. You got lucky. You produced a bad dog that can throw its look, has strong traits. But like I've always said too, the female has a lot to do with it. So keep that in your mind. And good luck. Hope you guys can produce and outproduce yourselves. And hope you guys understand what I'm telling you guys. I'm giving you guys a lot of free game that should help you out in your bully, journey and, whatever you're trying to do with the breed. As long as you do right by it, you're cool with me. If you are someone that keeps breeding flaws into this gene pool and not telling people about it, I don't like you. And eventually your time will come and you will be exposed, and that's it. I mean, you people know what you really are. You can't be selling dogs for thousands and thousands of dollars and having them die before the age of 2. It just doesn't really sit well with me, especially, and most people definitely don't